When I say Uber, you say greedy. Uber.
Greedy.
Uber.
Greedy.
When I say Lyft, you say pay. Lyft.
Pay.
Lyft.
Pay.
When I say drivers, you say union. Drivers.
Union.
Drivers.
Union.
When I say worker, you say power. Worker.
Power.
Drivers Union Oregon, how y'all feeling today? This is a statewide issue. Workers' rights, drivers' rights.
Yeah.
This is a statewide issue. This is why we have drivers from all over the state who came here today to fight for our rights.
Think we need pass the bill 166 for protection basics.
Let's go.
That's what you do, guys. Thank you. So the company, when deactivate account, you don't give the reason. Never ever. So that means just to use you, make money, and then he kick you out anytime, and then hire another driver. That means we are work hard. Make money for the company, not the company make money for me. Because I put insurance, I put tires, put all my time, I work 60.
A lot of issues, no benefit. If one child gets sick, they cannot take off that day and take to the doctor. So there's a lot of problems. We need the bill to focus and help those who really has a need.
And we need this bill, right, to offer us that protection. We are not going to capitulate. We are going to stand up for what is due to us.
Yeah.
When we fight,
We will it!
thank you.
So the main thing, this bill, one of the things this bill will do is provide us with that protection against arbitrary account deactivation.
Today, as we move to the building and we talk about 1166, one thing that you have to know that your voice matters. Bring this energy into the building and make sure that they hear from you, all the legislators that who are going to be voting on this bill. I'm looking forward to be working with you all. Let's do it. Let's continue to work. Let's make movement building. Let's make this to the finish line. I'm looking forward to be partnering with you even after the session ends. Let's make this happen. Yes, let's make this happen. Thank you so much.
When we fight,
We win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Vice Chair Bonham, members of the committee, for the record, my name is Senator Casey Chama, Senate District, representing Senate District 24, which includes our East Portland and North Clackamas County. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today on support of Senate Bill 1166, which will establish a key protections for rideshare drivers in Oregon. This idea was brought to me by drivers in my district who have long struggled with low pay and issues, which also with deactivation issues. Many of these workers drive more than 12 hours a day and pay their bills. They work sick because they have no other choice. They cannot lose their income at moment's notice with no way of to tell their side of the story. I want to be clear, this bill does not change how rideshare drivers are classified. It simply ensures that the drivers can make enough to survive and be having working conditions that are safer for both drivers and riders as well. Thank you so much for the opportunity to testify, and I'll pass to the drivers to tell their experience also as well.
That's why I'm here. I want to support for 1166, to support my brother and sister. If I am taxi driver, I have all this. So how's a regular driver? Tell me. And no one care for any driver. This is a company. It's a company make the driver hard work, take the money from him, and then you charge the customer over, and then you pay a little bit. And then we don't have any access to fight. So that's why I'm here with a senator to support, and we need to support you. We don't want anything. Just please pass the bill. We support the brother and sister. I have a pain, you know what I mean? 2 years. I live by myself. I'm from Iraq. I was not speaking English good. You know, I have my family. I lose everything. But I'm strong. I say, I'm gonna fight it until, thanks God, the time coming, I want to speak and share my story. Please, guys, I want just hope support this the bill, please, to support family. Maybe your brother, maybe your sister, maybe your neighbors, maybe your uncle, anyone, you know what I mean? That's I'm here for this. We need the support. Thank you so much.
I stand with thousands of essential mobility providers here across Oregon, many of whom couldn't be here. Why? Because we are struggling to keep the lights on. We are working longer hours instead of being at home, prioritizing our family's health, or like Ahmed here and many other drivers had our job taken away by an app that either glitched or decided that the word of a single false and oftentimes racially motivated complaint was more valid than a 5-star driver's.
8 months ago, I had a choice to make. Be there for the birth of my son, or pay my rent, pay our rent. See, I, like many other drivers in Oregon, drive in the Portland area. But with my partner 39 weeks pregnant and only one car between us, I was not risking being 60 miles away to make $110 on a 10-hour night. If I had access to simple, automatically accruing sick pay for the decade that I committed to these companies, there would have been no need to worry. I made the choice of welcoming my son into this world. And worry I did. For was it not for the grace of my closest friend who paid my rent outside of what he could afford, I would have welcomed my son into homelessness. And here I am 8 months later, still paying him back for this loan.
As gig workers, neither Lyft nor Uber offer bereavement leave or any kind of paid time off.
The TNC compensation model systematically undervalues driver labor. Pay rates are often unpredictable, opaque, and grossly inadequate, accounting for expenses like fuel, maintenance, and insurance. Thank you.
We attempted to do some rulemaking around compensation for Uber and Lyft drivers. We found that it's a total brick wall for PBOT to do that. So I'm very thankful that this committee is looking at figuring out a way to get more compensation for Uber and Lyft drivers. I think it's an important subject and something that should move forward.
My husband worked 6 12-hour days because Uber did not pay him. They took more than half of his fare. 3 weeks prior to his murder, Uber sent an email telling Josh he was one of their top drivers in the country. Well, guess what? That didn't matter. It took Uber 6 days to get a hold of me after his murder. They were quick to put a 24-hour statement into the news. Josh drove for Uber because he had back issues and he did not want to pull from Social Security. He wanted to support his family.
While Lyft appreciates the goal of improving driver pay, Senate Bill 1166 would have serious unintended consequences, particularly for low-income riders and the very drivers it seeks to help.
The people that are making the money for the company should be fairly compensated, and I'm not hearing that. I'm hearing it one side or the other. There's got to be some kind of opportunity, and perhaps the chair, who is the chief sponsor of this, can have a little bit more conversation on this. But I think that those drivers, those folks that's doing this work, deserve better.
First of all, thank you so much, all the folks who come here to testify, and those of you who are also sitting in the room and not testifying, but also supporting the bill. I appreciate the opportunity to have a dialogue. I think this issue is very, very overdue and needs to be dealt with, but also I understand that we may not be able to solve everything about the issues about Uber and Lyft and shared drive networks issue into one single session. The goal of this bill is really to ensure that the drivers have livable wages, as well as to make sure that they have protection on the system. And also, in addition to that, what I said earlier at the hearing, that this is the beginning of something. I don't think so we can achieve everything that we need to achieve this session. The goal is really to beginning of conversation right now, to pass something, and then coming back year after year until we get to the finish line and make sure that we have all full protection, but also deal with the issue of safety, as Kelly was testifying earlier, to ensure that there is some sort of safety plan for both the drivers and the passengers as well.
What I do enjoy is the fact that we can work many, many hours. There are a lot of people out there who are working a 40-hour week, and they have to pay the bills on 40 hours, and everybody knows that the bills are going up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you.